Well, it's time to check our review for test 19. The first one, after 3 tests, Amanda's average score was 88. 3 tests, the average is the answer to a division problem. So I said 88 times 3 gives me 264 total points. What score must she earn on her next test to have a 4-test average of 90? That means she needs 360 total points. So I said 360 minus 264 tells me that she needs to get a 96 on her 4th test. 45 of 80 students were girls. 45 were girls, 80 total. That gave me 35 that were boys. What is the ratio of boys to girls? Boys is 35, girls is 45. 35 to 45 reduces to 7 to 9. 3 dozen juice bars cost $4.80. 3 dozen is 36. 36 are $4.80. That has to be the same rate as 60 bars at whatever price. So I just formed a proportion and I solved that way. 480 times 60 gave me $4.80 times 60 gave me $2.88. 288 divided by 36 gave me $8. Number 4, this was a dependent probability problem. 3 red marbles, 6 blue marbles. Okay. Tad pulls out 1 marble and then another, so he's not replacing it. What's the probability both will be red? So when he pulls that first one, his probability of getting a red is 3 out of 9. Okay. And then when he pulls the second one, he doesn't have 3 reds anymore. He only has 2. And his total is not 9 anymore, it's 8. So the probability of the second being red is 2 out of 8. That gives me 6 over 72, which reduces to 1/12. Because of the unexpected cold, the cost of tomatoes increased 50% in a month, so I filled out my percent part of my original change new chart. Increase of 50%, the new price is 150% of the old price. The cost after the increase is 60 cents a pound, so I put that in my new price. They want to know the cost before the increase, so they're looking for the original. 100 over 150 is equal to x over 0.6. I just simplified 0.60 to 0.6 to make it easier when I multiplied. Okay, then I did my cross multiplying. The original cost was 40 cents per pound. Number 6, write an equation to solve this. 60 is what percent of 80? 60 is what percent of 80? I need to divide both sides by 80 to get WP by itself. 60 over 80 reduces to 3/4. Hopefully you know that 3/4 is 75%. If not, 3/4 times 100% gives me 300% over 4. 300% divide by 4 gives you 75%. Use 2 unit multipliers to convert 1,000 centimeters cubed to millimeters cubed. So I start with 1,000 centimeters, or this is squared rather, squared. Okay, centimeters squared means centimeters times centimeters, so I need 2 unit multipliers to get rid of centimeters times centimeters. I said 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. Centimeters are on top here, centimeters on bottom here. Had to do it twice to get rid of my centimeter square. 1,000 times 10 times 10, 100,000 millimeters squared. X is equal to -3. So y equals 4x minus 1 is what number? Instead of x, I'm going to replace it with -3. 4 times -3 is -12. -12 minus 1, it's the same thing as -12 plus a -1, gives me -13. Number 9. This is a fairly new type of problem. This will probably end up being a bonus. Okay, so I'll probably put another problem as number 21 and count number 9 as a bonus. Volume of the prism. Remember, volume equals area of the base times the height. This is a triangular prism, so that tells us the base of our figure is a triangle. To get area of a triangle, base times height, divide by 2. Base times height divided by 2 is 24. This is in centimeters. Okay, so that's the capital B part. The figure goes 10 units back. So 24 centimeters times 10 centimeters, 24 centimeters squared times 10 centimeters is 240 centimeters cubed for the volume of the prism. Okay, 2.5 easily converts to 2.5 as a decimal. To go to a percent, we multiply by 100%. It gives us 250%. Now this is the harder one. 2.5%. I'm going to say 2.5%. To get rid of the percent, I have to divide by 100. Bump, bump. That gives me 0.025 as a decimal. If we say this correctly, 25 thousandths reduces to 1/40th. Okay, let's turn it over. The price of the stereo is $96. Tax rate is 6%. They want to know the tax, first of all. So I said 96 times 0.06. I had to change my percent to get rid of that percent sign, only have a decimal. $5.76 tax. Total price, I have to add my tax to the price of my stereo. Total price, $101.76. Number 12. 7 times 4 is 28. 10 to the negative 4 times 10 to the 8 is 10 to the 4. 28 is not proper though. 28 turns into 2.8 times 10 to the 1st. Then I bring back in my times 10 to the 4th. Final answer, 2.8 times 10 to the 5th. Graph the whole numbers less than 3. Whole numbers less than 3. Remember, whole numbers are the group of numbers that start at 0, and then they go 1, 2, 3, 4, on and on. But we want only the whole numbers less than 3. So we can only put a closed circle on 2, 1, and 0. That is it. I can't include the numbers in between those numbers at all. Whole numbers. Number 14. 1 2/3 x equals 60. I changed 1 2/3 to 5/3 x equals 60. What's happening to x? It's being multiplied by 5/3. How do I undo it? Divide by 5/3, which means multiply by the reciprocal. Multiply both sides by 3/5. Your final answer is x equals 36. 3m minus 45 equals 54. This is my term with the variable. What's happening to that term? It's being subtracted by 45. How do I undo that? I add 45 to both sides. So now I have 3m is equal to 99. What's happening to m? It's being multiplied by 3. How do I undo that? Divide by 3 on both sides. M is equal to 33. Number 16. I need to work out what's inside parentheses first. 2 times 5 is 10 squared minus 2. Here's an exponent. 5 squared is 25. 10 squared is 100 minus 2 times 5 is 2 times 25 rather is 50. 100 minus 50 is 50. Okay, when I did this one, I did this term times this term. Negative 3x times 2xy gives me negative 6. X times x is x squared, y. And then I multiplied it times the third term. Negative times negative gives me positive 6. X squared times x is x to the third. Y times y squared is y to the third. Positive 6x to the third, y to the third. 18, they want us to use a fraction answer. So I changed 1.5 to 1 1/2, and then I needed to get common denominators. So 2 2/3 became 2 4/6. 1 1/2 became 1 3/6. 2 4/6 minus 1 3/6 is 1 1/6. So now I have 4 minus 1 1/6. Then I changed my 4 into 3 6/6. Minus 1 1/6 gave me 2 5/6. This is a collect like terms problem. 3x minus x leaves me with 2 x's. Positive y, another positive y, is positive 2y. 2x plus 2y. Or you could have had 2y plus 2x. Okay, so here we have to do some algebraic addition before we do this division. Okay, so I changed 3 times negative 4 to negative 12. 6 minus 9, I went ahead and just said that's negative 3 plus 4. And then minus 15, I changed to add the opposite, add a negative 15, plus negative 12. Negative 3 and positive 4 give you positive 1. plus a negative 15 is negative 14 plus negative 12 is negative 26 over 2. That leaves you with a final answer of negative 13. Okay, so like I said, there'll be another problem down here. It'll be called 21. But what's going to happen is that's going to actually be technically number 20. And then the one here for volume of a prism will be your bonus. Okay? Okay. I hope you did well. I hope that whatever you missed, that you understand after we've done this review, this check of your review, that you understand what you've missed. Anything that you still don't understand, you need to email me. Send me a phone number. I will call you. We can talk about it. We can go over it. We can do some more practice. Whatever we need to do to make sure you understand it, okay? Okay, guys. Miss you all. Have a good day. Bye.